right, so welcome to Chop It Up for this November 1st in the year 2022. If you have not already, if you haven't done your mail-in ballot, make sure you set your appointment to go vote next week because we need it. We need y'all to vote.
It's plain and simple,
Vote.
important.
In the words of Chicagoans, vote early and vote often. All right, so welcome to Chop It Up, where we have conversations about everything we have conversations about for your entertainment, edification, and enjoyment. And it is completely off the top, off the dome, unscripted around these parts. So my name is Kevin, host of the podcast, and I'm going to let my fellows introduce themselves, and we will jump into it today.
Tari Watkins, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Happy to be here with the fellas. And now I'll turn it over to Darian. We got a lot to talk about today.
How you gonna steal my tagline? Darian Lewis, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Oh, my bad, brother.
And always for me, I'm playing. Happy to be here.
All right. By the way, this week there was a milestone that was met. LeBron finally won a game this year.
I hate that that's the truth. that's like no shade. It's facts.
It's facts.
What are they, 1-5?
Yes.
Is that right?
And they celebrated that win like they won the championship.
You got to celebrate
But you
when you
guess-
get one. I mean, hey, there might not be many more to celebrate. So
I'm gonna just ask this though: would Kobe have done that? Would Kobe have been 1-5 and been like,
No,
of course not.
no.
There's a whole lot of players that wouldn't have done that.
No, he'd have heard the buzzer. That game would have been won. He'd have threw the ball down and literally just walked straight out, not talking to anybody.
Because it would have been-
exactly?
Like,
there's a whole lot of legends. that
yeah,
wouldn't have
like
done that.
we've got to fix this now.
Yep.
But of course, LeBron is about trying to get the team pumped up, feel good. That's part of who he is. Kobe, that's not who he was. That's not who Jordan was. That's not who a lot of them were. But that's who LeBron is. So, I mean, I get it, but no, they wouldn't do that either.
Yeah.
It doesn't negate who he is. I mean, but they wouldn't have done it either. Yeah, they wouldn't have done it. Not even close.
Yeah.
Not even
Champions
close.
move
Corey
differently.
is he's so nice.
Legends move differently. Goats move differently. Llamas move like llamas.
And goats also punch people in the face and dot their eye.
Hey.
But that's a whole nother story.
And they win, and they make them better because of it.
Oh, so is that what we're doing now? It's okay to beat up your players, to beat up your peers as long as you win a chip. Is that what we're saying? Is that what we're supposed to be teaching our kids?
That's not.
Isn't
that's
that what we
not the
teach our
point. It's
kids?
the result. That is kind of what we teach.
That is kind of what we teach our kids.
Doesn't make it right.
Don't tell me you never heard spare the rod, spoil the child in your household.
Yeah, but those aren't their children. They didn't get.
But if
them.
he's sonning them like they are his children,
But you know what I'm saying.
you know what I'm saying.
Hey, good well. If somebody would have doubted your eye, your mama would have been all over them. You know that.
True, actually, yeah. Because they would have been glad for my mom to show up. Because if Gary had showed up, it'd be really problems.
So that mean are we condoning what Draymond Green did then? He's got multiple. I'm not saying he's a GOAT by no means.
Not by any stretch of the imagination.
Not even close. So we're condoning that too.
I'm not. Well, he wasn't trying to make him better. He was trying to get him to shut up. Because what we understand is that Jordan Poole was starting to feel himself about his money, and it was a joke that kept going on too long. And he said the wrong thing at the wrong time.
Did he get his money though?
He got his money. He got his money. But he also was like, I'm going to respect you from now on. Trust me. Because if you saw that punch, after
was full body. That was full.
Oh, yeah.
I'm putting everything I got within.
Yeah, that was from the big toe.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
That was like you feeling yourself, but I'm really hope you feel something else too.
Yeah, he was sending a message with that one. I don't
Yeah.
disagree. I don't condone it, but I don't disagree with it.
Yeah,
True.
I mean, but I disagree with it. Yeah. Anyway,
Okay. You say so.
I do not condone that at all. No, not even close. I don't.
I'm just saying, you know, I've said for many years
What's
that
that?
if I need to, I will have 2 deliverance rooms in my church.
That's different.
The
That's
laying on of
different.
hands.
And one for
And the laying
on
wall-to-wall
of hands.
counseling. Hey, wall-to-wall counseling is in one.
And Draymond just did a little casting out of a prideful spirit.
Oh, is that what it is?
Jordan
Is
just
that what-
cast
is that
out
what
a
we're saying
lethargic spirit.
Oh,
You can't deny the power of the laying on of hands
Hey,
oh, I have never denied
at the most
power
strategic
laying
of
on
times.
hands.
Yes.
Hey, you have to pick your moments. Just
Mhm.
like I picked that moment at the bus stop. Nobody messed with me for the next 4 years of high school. That was it. I just had to make an example of one person.
Mhm.
David. I remember his name. David. Yeah, David. You know who I'm talking about. It was you.
That man's still scared for 50 years later.
And dude,
I-
I thought I was in trouble, but I had no idea my mom was watching the whole thing from the living room window. I had no idea. Got home, sit and eat dinner. How was school? Oh, it was great. Anything happened at the bus stop? No, man. Not at all. You sure? No. I thought for sure I was done. She said, "What happened?" And I told her everything. She says, "All right, good. George, how was your day?" I went, "That's it?" She was like, "No, you defended yourself. You're good." I'm like, "All right, bet." Yeah, that was good. David
Yeah.
just never mess with me again. Ever.
I think we all had those moments because me going to my new school,
Mhm.
predominantly white, predominantly Jewish high school on the
Right.
north side of Chicago.
Right.
One of at the time 5, maybe 6 black kids in my class.
Yeah.
Had some, and it was the kid and play area, or a little before the kid and play area. So I had the hot top
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Oh, cool. Don't mess with my hair. No, it's really cool. Teacher saw it, called in my parents for a meeting. Mom was like, "Why was he messing with his hair?
Why was he touching him? First and foremost.
Let's deal with that."
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And from that point forward, never had to do with another thing. Although I did put somebody in a figure 4 leg lock one time.
Successfully?
I think they asked for
Successfully.
it though, didn't they?
Oh,
They did.
Yeah, they asked for
They
it.
did. They
dude.
Yeah.
But successfully
Kevin
they
obliged.
pushed in.
It will snap a leg.
Oh
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Kevin obliged.
We used to practice that all the time. And then one day, my boy got it right. I thought I lost a leg. Screaming. Yes.
The things wrestling taught us.
Oh,
Man.
it taught us lots of stuff. That's why I busted a footboard on my bed. Snapped that joker right in half. Took somebody up like this, choke slam on the bed, boom, crack it. Oh,
Man.
Mama, what had happened was
and the foot, and that was the pressed particle board back then.
ooh.
Yes, Kev. Stuff was hard as a.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I was done.
Yeah.
I was like 9 years old. I thought it was a wrap. I thought I was done.
Man, the stuff we do as boys.
He ran home, just left me there.
Heck yeah. That's your
You
problem.
weren't about to get a beat down either.
Sir, that is your bed and your
Mhm.
problem.
My bed didn't get broke. Yours did. I was like, all right, Gerard. Okay.
All right, I'm going home now.
All right. Exactly.
Bye,
That's
Mrs.
what
Watkins.
happened.
Bye, Mrs. Watkins. Thanks for having
No.
me.
That's the problem. Nobody was at home.
Oh, yeah.
So that
he
was
ran.
even worse.
He ran.
Oh, he booked.
Ran.
Before
I
anybody
promise
starts
you, if
coming in the garage, I'm out.
Any phone calls, any questions? I was here.
Right.
Yep.
Exactly. I've got plausible deniability.
I don't know
Yep.
what Tori's talking about. I was here
Exactly.
Mhm.
doing my homework.
So I just took that L because there was nothing I could do. There was no video cameras, no cell phones, nothing. I just took that L. I just took it.
Yeah.
All right. So speaking of actors, actresses, villains, characters that are taking L's,
Taking L's.
this show is all about the Unforgivables, all about those characters, those actors, those celebrities that have done something that we're just like, they will never live it down. They will forever
Unforgivable.
be known as that.
That's what they are.
And what started this conversation was we brought up the guy from, I've forgotten his name now. Steve, is it Steve something? Who played in
Stephen Harris.
Stephen Harris, the actor who played in Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
Oh, yes.
Who his career has gone nowhere since that.
Nowhere. It's stalled.
He's done some stuff.
Nobody came out with jumper cables. Nobody came out with jumper cables. Side of the road, nothing.
He was on a good path because he was on the practice and killing it on the practice for a while.
Killing it.
He did that movie. Yeah. And then it was like, oh, he always just gonna be the bad guy. He's gonna be, his career just went.
Yeah, he's there's a few actors, man, that once they get, they're either a cop or a bad guy.
Yeah.
And that's where he got stuck. Yeah, he hasn't been anything other than that.
But he hasn't hardly been in anything. That's the problem.
Yeah, they did let Blair, because Blair was pretty enough.
Blair was light skinned, and he had that good hair. Steve Harris had no hair.
Speaking of, where is he?
That's true.
While we're talking about it, where is he? Yeah,
that's a good question. Oh, what's up, Morris? We didn't say what's up.
I know, right?
What's up, Morris?
Mr. Jackson in the building.
They call him Mr. Jackson.
Cool.
Yeah, so Blair's been still kind of active, but not as much as he used to.
Right, yeah. But I mean, that's like same thing with Billy D, though. I mean, same thing,
Well,
he did Lando, and that was it.
Billy D, like 109 years old.
I know. I was like, well, I don't expect him to get that many roles. Right. He's not Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, he had a lot of roles before that.
Morgan Freeman goes into. I'm convinced he does his acting, and then he goes into cryostasis.
Yep.
And he just tells his agent, when you get something good, thaw me out.
Yep.
Let me do a couple of voice roles and put me back under.
I'm telling you, man.
I'm telling you, Morgan Freeman is a dude that's. I've heard so many people say Morgan Freeman can tell me I got cancer, and I'm still okay with that. First of all, no, I'm not okay with that. You can say whatever you want to. I get what you're saying, but nah,
his voice ain't that good.
no, exactly. His voice ain't that velvety smooth. But he played the voice of God. So did George Burns. But you know what?
Yep.
That's a whole other story. That's
and of course everybody 40 and under is like, who?
Right. Yeah. George who? They have no idea. Right.
Did he say Burns or Lopez? Who?
Okay.
What's he talking about?
They
gotta literally Google it. That's hilarious.
Look up the movie Oh God. That's all you got to do.
Yeah. Real quick before Darian takes his turn, I want to make mention that we are going to be shifting the Chop It Up podcast from my personal page to the Chop It Up page that is newly created. I'm going to put the comment in there, so you can definitely go and join the page. We're going to start moving things over there, build a community over there. So definitely make sure, whether you're watching this live or on the replay, that you join the Chop It Up podcast page, like and follow, and basically stick around because we got some other things coming out of that too. All right.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Now, guys, as I told you guys, I came up with categories because
go with it.
My first category is actors who played their characters way too well. Like it pretty much they hit that character and their careers just went.
Yep. Right.
Yeah. Let's see here. My first one. I'm gonna start with the ladies. Ladies first. So my first one is Robin Givens.
Ooh, well,
when she played Jacqueline, the last thing we know her for is when she played Jacqueline in Boomerang.
But was it for that, or was it for the whole Tyson thing though?
as far as her acting career, the last thing she did successfully was Boomerang, where she played this horrible, not even side chick.
Yeah, you're right. I give you
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, because that's because even in what was it, Head of State, she kind of played the side chick
I forgot about that movie.
with Chris Rock. Yeah, because
Exactly.
I'm just looking at her facts. Man, that's a fact.
She's the final.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Facts.
Morris is like, let's bring balance to this conversation. Too funny. Go.
But yeah, the trajectory she was on did shift tremendously. Now, I think with Tori, I think part of it had to do with Tyson as well. But yeah, she kind of reached the pinnacle right there.
Which is weird because it was Tyson's fault.
It was.
She got the fallout.
Yeah. Well, and with that, I think it was Tyson's fault, but it was this whole Beauty and the Beast type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And so therefore they blamed the beauty for why are you even attracted to the beast type of thing. Is what I think kind of played into that as well.
That's deep. But yeah, we've not seen her significantly since.
Mm-mm. Yeah, she's had bit roles here and there. Yeah, because even Rage in Harlem, she had a major role in that. But yeah, shortly after that.
Yep.
Agreed.
Yes, sir. All right. What you guys got? Because I got a list.
I have what I call she's gotten a reputation as a TV show killer. In other words, if she shows up on the show as a regular, the show's doomed. The show has got maybe another year or two left.
Dang.
And that is Karen Molina White, who played Charmaine on The Cosby Show in A Different World. And then she was on Malcolm and Eddie too.
That is cold.
So when you see her show up on the set, get your resumes ready.
Oh man.
Yep. Hopefully you got enough to make it through syndication and still get some checks. If not, start auditioning.
That is
when you got syndication, you're out of luck.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh my goodness.
He said that is a show killer. You got about a year. Could you imagine walking on set to hey guys, and everybody's like, oh. Glad I got my agent on speed dial. Hey man.
Hey Bill.
Start shopping.
Karen showed up.
Right. He said Karen showed.
Karen's here.
Oh, that is hilarious. Show killer.
What else was it? Was it only those two?
Those are the two main shows: Malcolm and Eddie, and then A Different World and Cosby Show. I'm trying to see what else she's done. She's had other small roles, but those are the TV shows that it's just like, yeah, it was almost over. Because she guest starred on The Fresh Prince a couple of times near the end. Because remember, she was Jazz's girlfriend for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man, we ain't seen her since. What has she been doing? Man.
I don't.
Wow.
I'm trying to look it up now.
Yeah. She's had some one-offs. It looks like she did voiceover for a little while for the Proud Family.
Okay.
But yeah.
Man, that's deep. All right.
Wow.
Morris, they call her the closer.
Oh man. That's messed up. When you want to let somebody know, you want to let your cast know they've been canceled without telling them. Hey, we got a special guest.
So y'all be ready. Here we go.
Call her the closer. Yes, sir.
Okay. Closer. That is great.
If you ever want to get a table cold.
All she got to do is show up.
She just got to show up, ready to play.
All right, so I went a different direction. It's not ending careers, but we talked about things that are unforgivable. This one is controversial because I really, I'm not saying he didn't bring it on himself. I'm sure he did, but there's that's still that. I mean, he's doing stuff now. He's been doing stuff, but there was a moment when we as a culture wrote him off quick, and that was Tay Diggs.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I mean, he did quite a few interviews. There's some things that he said, which honestly, I understood what he was saying and where he was coming from, only because of my background. I get it. Some of the same things he said were some of the same things that, one, I experienced, two, I thought, and three, I heard. And his mama said the same thing my mama said. Yeah, I already knew that that's who you're going to marry. Some of the same things. So there's a lot of mirror images, but the backlash that he received from some of the stuff that he said, yeah, he probably could have said it a little bit differently. Yeah, I get it. But yeah, it's still that thing of, okay, we're going to forgive you, but guess what? We ain't never forgetting what you said and how you acted. So do I think he's getting, I don't think he's getting ostracized, no, but there's still that cloud that you got one more time to mess up.
Yeah,
one more time to say something. And yeah,
I hate to say it, but he's having to re-earn his blackness in the community,
yeah,
in the culture,
well,
and he's not doing a good job.
Well,
no, it's way over the top. Have you watched the stuff that he does on social media? It's so over the top. Like,
it is so over the top. And here's the thing. That comes from a lot of insecurity because he's not sure of who he is and not accepting that we're all made differently. And if you feel that way, guess what, bro? You feel that way. Yeah, you can't try to change the culture's perception of who you are, because if that's truly who you are, then embrace it and run with it. But the problem is he's trying to, like you said, gain favor again,
way too hard.
That,
yeah,
and you can't do that. You can't. Because it's not genuine. And so he's trying to overcorrect, which I really wish that he wouldn't. Just be who you are, man. I mean, look at your kid, your son. I mean, and what is this teaching him? I mean, Ashley's gone through the same things that his son is going through. I mean, I get that. I understand that. And so but yeah, he's trying way too hard to try to get back into the good graces. But
well, he has another shot coming up with I don't know if you guys saw the trailer for
the limited series. Yeah, it's a limited series. Yeah.
Which I think will be a good closeout to that story.
It'll be a closeout to that story. And even with Best Man Holiday, I think he did a fantastic job. I loved him in that. And there's a lot of things that I like him in. I mean, I like him in All American.
Yeah.
I think he's doing a really good job. So I don't have an issue with Tay Diggs, but a lot of people do.
Yeah.
And it's that same thing of, we'll forgive you,
but we ain't forgetting.
We ain't never forgetting.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's the first one I'm throwing out there.
Okay.
Because when how Stella got her groove back, oh, dude, they couldn't get enough of Tay Diggs when that movie came out, bro.
Yes, I'm sure she's on the list too.
Oh my God, I forgot all about Stacey. That's how irrelevant she's become to me. I forgot about her.
Dude, I totally forgot about her.
The thing that I didn't realize was that the movie Clueless was a documentary based on her life.
Oh.
Just completely clueless.
Oh.
I totally forgot about Stacey Dash.
Oh.
Yeah.
Totally.
Kevin, that was from the big toe.
And I don't know if y'all saw this. It was just a couple months ago. It was just a couple months ago that she realized that DMX had died, like last year.
Yeah,
like she's on IG or Twitter.
Yeah, just weeping.
Nobody told me.
Right.
Oh my goodness. What do you mean nobody told you?
So now anytime anybody passes, they're like, make sure Stacey knows. Tell Stacey the Queen died.
Oh my God.
Does she know Prince is dead?
There's no
she
telling.
She may not know.
She may
not.
No
she
one
may
told
not.
Me. No
No
one
one
shouldn't
told
have
me.
to tell you. It was everywhere.
Right. So yeah. So Stacy trying to come back home, but I think she's still running 99 and a half won't do.
It just won't do.
It won't
No,
do.
sir.
Won't do.
Mm-mm.
Boy,
All right. D, who else you got on your list?
man.
Just
All
pick a
right.
category. It doesn't matter. Just pick a category.
I'm gonna stick with the same one. Actors who played their characters way too well. Now this is of no fault to me, of no fault of his own, but it definitely did a sucker punch on his career. Ving Rhames, when he did Holiday Heart, for whatever reason, we just could not accept him being that good in that kind of character and then trying to
Right.
come back as this, like, dude,
Right.
Mission Impossible, Baby Boy, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, he's got
All
paid
the
for
prison
Mission
movies that you played in.
He's gotten paid though for Mission Impossible though. Just saying.
Mhm.
I agree, but
He's
we've not seen him, you know. We just know
Right.
him as we have the meats.
Right.
That's it.
You ain't wrong.
You know.
You ain't wrong.
Yeah, man. The that Holiday Heart, and again, to me it was of no fault of his own. He did his job, and he did it so exceptionally well that it literally made everybody go, "Whoa, where's that coming from? That's too real." You
Mhm.
know,
Yeah.
and we've not been able to really, which is weird to me. I'm saying that for the culture, but Hollywood also had a problem with something like, I don't know if he's going to fit anymore into these macho typecasts that we've had him in for all this time. You know,
Yeah.
it's Ving. He looks too gruff. His voice is too deep. What else you gonna do with him?
Larry and Joe.
Oh Lord, I forgot all about
What?
that. Yeah, that we're gonna leave that one alone, Morris. I forgot all about that. Yeah, that one made me cringe. Yeah, Ving. Yeah, he went there. So anyway, and we're walking,
And we're walking.
and we're walking.
And we're walking.
All right. So my
And
next one is it's not that he's I'm every woman.
oh!
Morris Jackson.
Morris went burn a hole. Just wow.
Mm-mm.
Man, listen, Morris. If we were game day, Morris is the bear.
Yes, yes, he is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna stand off to the side, and when you call on me, yeah, I'm gonna break it all the way down.
Hey,
Mhm.
not just these aren't just hot takes, but he's
No.
bombs. Just
Love it. That was so funny.
absolutely.
Every woman.
I'm every woman.
Yes,
Oh
sir.
my gosh.
All right.
That's
so
great.
the one that I'm going to throw out is it's partly typecasting, but we also know that when he shows up, we're not going to like him, and that's Clifton Powell.
That's true. Yes.
Just if he's showing up, you already know that's the one that
we,
you don't like.
We mad at him already. He ain't said
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't remember. What's the last good guy role he's actually done?
Has there been one?
Now he's played the dad a couple okay, so I'm looking through like the movie The Brothers with Morris chest hair and
He said Morris.
yeah, that's what I call him. Morris chest hair and the
Mark
other guys.
Wahlberg and all them.
No,
Andre-
not Four Brothers. The Brothers, which is like him, D.L. Hughley, Bill Bellamy. He played the father, but the father had some issues in that one.
Right.
So he's played some roles that are not as hard or thuggish, if you will, but pretty much even when he's like when he's the pastor, he's a pastor with issues, right?
Yes.
You're right.
It's just
If we
if
see
you
here,
show up, it's a problem.
we expect to not like him. Just period. Yeah. The last thing I remember him basically kind of sort of being okay with was Ray. That's the last character I remember where he wasn't just a straight up thug.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was 2004.
Yeah.
So yeah. Very interesting. I forgot all about him. I ain't mad at him. He's been in a bunch of stuff. He knows his role.
He
He's been
stay
in a bunch-
active. Yep.
He
He
knows
is
his
active.
role.
You
Yeah.
gotta give it to him. He is active.
I'm not mad at him.
Mm-mm.
What you got, Tori?
All right, Tori. who
So
you
I
got?
got one. The role that everyone always this actor, everybody goes back to probably the first role that they saw him in. What was it? I don't know. Maybe it was the second one, but he can't get away from that stigma of The Wire, which is Wood Harris. I mean, he's done a little stuff here and there. Remember the Titans. He's been in the Creed movies, but still, oh, that's the dude from The Wire. That's what
Mhm.
forever his career is going to be. That's the dude from The Wire, and every single role, it's almost that same demeanor. It's in that one vein. It feels like so. Not that it's a bad thing, but I think that role there has typecasted him for the rest of his career. Even as Creed's, not Creed's, the son of the trainer for Apollo Creed, it's still that same demeanor almost. And
Gotcha.
so
Yeah.
He is who he is. It doesn't matter what character he
It doesn't
plays.
matter.
He's
Right.
always going to approach that, as who he is.
Yeah.
Kind of like
Yeah.
Samuel Jackson or Denzel Washington.
People see, I said that about Denzel Washington about 9 years ago, and people got mad at me.
People get mad whenever I say that. To me,
I'm
he
like,
shows
okay,
up as the same guy, whether it's Malcolm X or dude in Training Day.
or in Glory, or it doesn't matter. Remember the Titans, John Q. It doesn't matter. Equalizer.
Which is why so many
I
people.
love Denzel Washington. Don't get me wrong.
But he plays he's whatever character he is. He's Denzel playing that character. Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up. I know who you're talking about. The Five Heartbeats, which the Five Heartbeats is a movie that I can watch over and over and over
Fellas,
again.
I watched that movie for the first time 3 weeks ago.
What? All right,
I'll admit it. I'll
we'll
admit
keep
it. I admitted it before. Oh yeah, you
Hawthorne
better-
James.
You got a choice
Yep,
but to keep
that's him.
me. But
Listen, the five Heartbeats is my movie. No matter when it's
man,
on, I'm watching it.
Townsend. Now I see why everybody loved it. But the movie was great, man. I loved it.
Yes.
Kia was like, "You ain't never seen the
Off-
Five Heartbeats?" No, I ain't never seen the Five Heartbeats. I know. So we watched it one night. It was good. I really liked
Office hours are between 8 and 5.
it.
Yes, sir.
Show them, dresser. I love that movie. I'm telling you.
It's a good movie.
Yes. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff.
But yes, Hawthorne James is another that's the one that, of course, everyone knows him for. Now he was actually, wasn't he the bus driver in Speed? I think he was a bus driver in Speed.
Oh wow, nice.
Was he?
I believe so. Let me see.
Let me look at it real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, he was in Speed. So never really had a major. He's just kind of been solid as far as just in different roles throughout his career. He's got a lot of movies, but nothing as far as breakout as the Five Heartbeats. That's where a lot of people might know him from.
Right.
Yes, sir. Cool.
All right, who you?
Oh, I forgot Joe Morton was in Speed.
All right. Okay, so I'm gonna do a forgiven but not forgotten. But this is a character. It's not necessarily the actor.
Okay.
But she'll never be able to live beyond beyond this, and that is Lena Headey, who played Cersei Lannister in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Like, she's been able to move on. She's had some really
Mhm.
powerful, successful roles,
But
as a heroine. But at the end of the day, honey, you are Cersei.
Yeah.
all day long.
You did
Yeah.
Cersei way too well. So yeah,
Hey, yo, dude, amazing with it.
yeah.
Like, people literally in the streets did not like her. I'm like,
Mm-mm.
yo, do you not realize this is a role? This is not this person. And
Every time I saw like some type of interview or outtake or something where she was smiling or laughing, it literally felt weird. Like that's not
that's how
you.
good she was.
Yeah, that's not
Yeah.
you. No, I think if we had to give a show or a series the best villains or the best group of villains, it has to go to GOT. It has to. They
They have
have
fantastic villains.
listen.
I never wanted a teenager to die so badly than I did with Joffrey. I never wanted some sniveling little kid.
Can
to
I
die
tell
the
you?
worst death
Listen,
ever.
I
Ever.
I acted like my team scored the last touchdown with 1 second left on the clock.
Mm-hmm.
I literally jumped up and screamed, "Yes!"
Die, suck it down.
I was never. I'm like, and I felt bad that I felt so good.
It was so bad, dude.
Like, finally.
I'm in this room. Amy's back there going, "What's going on? Nothing. Don't worry about it. TV show." I literally heard her go, "Oh God."
Yeah. If you've not watched that series, you just would not understand that, to the point where this dude doesn't even do anything on screen
have we
anymore.
seen him in anything yet?
He does stage plays, man, but he won't
Okay.
do anything in movies. He just won't touch it. And he said that GOT really branded him. He's gotten a lot of love.
Him big time.
Yeah, he said he's gotten a lot of love from people that are just still blown away by how he played that character. But it just, that whole thing kind of did something to him, is what he said. So he's just been doing stage ever since. But man, he's got to be like, how? Where does that come from to be that evil?
Personified, bro? It was, yes.
I mean,
I'm like, oh, if he was my child, I'm like, oh yeah.
But yet a sniveling coward.
Yes,
that was the thing that probably made it.
Oh, how are we reliving all of this right now?
So I didn't jump on the Game of Thrones bandwagon until like very late, and so I was trying to catch up.
So yeah,
but yeah,
it didn't build up with you like it did with us.
Right. Because you all had weeks in between of watching it happen. I'm actually watching it like one after the other. So it's like, I don't have the time to have the anguish and the anger of, this Joker is still alive.
I'm really, seriously, we're like, why is he not dead yet?
No, I did it the way you did it, Kevin. Mine was back to back. I think I watched it for the first time last year.
Oh wow.
Okay.
No,
yeah, early last year.
I binged the first season, and then every season after that, it was week to week, and then 9 months, 10 months, 12 months between the series.
And
I'm going to be honest.
Binging it, I wanted him gone. Like,
I'll be honest, I didn't feel bad at all, Darren. I didn't feel bad at all. Why? Because I knew it was fiction.
At
all.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I still was like, I've never felt this good about a character meeting their demise. I was literally like, finally. Because every show, I was like, is somebody gonna kill him off? Is he gonna do something else? And he would do something else even more despicable, more horrible, more gruesome. And I'm just like, oh, I can't take it. Kill him already.
The whole world did a collective cheer at one time.
Because my thing was, if he makes it through one more season, I can't take it.
Like,
I
I'm
literally
done.
said that. I can't take
I'm
it.
done.
If
I'm
he
done.
makes it through one more season, I cannot take it.
Mm-mm.
They took him out. Like, thank you.
Oh, and it was vicious too. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
people are, oh, I wanted to. No, that was perfect, but that was painful.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Painful. Black
Yeah.
veins coming. I mean, oh yeah, that
Yep.
was
Yep.
perfect. That was perfect.
All right.
Good
So
stuff.
mine is a fictional character, and it's really the character because we don't know who really the actor was, and that is Jar Jar Binks of the originals or the first 3 Star Wars movies.
So much pain in this character, Kev.
Oh,
I
whoever played him, I hope they got paid.
Now, with that said, I'm gonna let you speak to her. But with that said,
I'm
the
waiting.
only thing that would make him redeemable is if the rumor that
But if you say it, I'm leaving. If you say it, that would not make him redeemable. No, go ahead and say it. No, go ahead.
well,
Go ahead.
because there was a rumor that Jar Jar Binks was actually supposed to be the villain.
That
Out
wasn't a
of the
rumor.
first 3.
I mean, that rumor was true.
Okay.
George Lucas we would have all gone to the Lucas Ranch and rioted at that point. I just found this out like a year and a half ago that his plan was that Jar Jar Binks was a Sith Lord, and he was Darian, yes, he was going to be a Sith Lord, like the Emperor and Darth Vader, and yeah, I'm like.
And here's what people point to that gives it some credence as far as maybe the original thing that
Yeah,
didn't
me.
pay off.
It's true. George Lucas confirmed it.
Okay.
It's not just giving
Because
credence anymore. He confirmed it.
okay. Because if you look at the character Jar Jar Binks, as far as others of his species, none were as clumsy. However, the fighting style of Jar Jar Binks was more of a drunken monkey type of
Right.
style.
Yep.
So some of the things that were clumsy accident
Right.
were uh, calculated, if you will.
Yeah. The way he flipped and dove into the water and there was hardly any splash.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a whole lot of nuances that
I didn't know that. So I didn't know
Yes.
that was a rumor.
it was a rumor for the longest time until George Lucas confirmed it.
I'm just trying to figure out how they would have this version of Jar Jar. How they would have I wouldn't have been able to take that seriously. Like,
Yeah. Because the original thing was that Jar Jar was the Phantom Menace.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because remember his rise into power with the Senate, he was a consul or whatever it was, and then that was supposed to bring him through the. Why am I getting upset just talking about it right now?
I can see how that could have been a long trail through several movies up to whatever, and probably would have made sense had they done it that way. But it would have needed to have been a long trail. Like
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
And that's why.
Go ahead.
That's why I say if it had happened the way that George Lucas originally intended, going with that, and had been scripted out, it would have been a bigger reveal and a bigger like, oh my goodness, we've been played this entire.
But his
series,
character
right?
was so annoying, and the backlash that he received, he had to change it because the kids loved Jar Jar Binks. The kids did.
Right. So to turn him evil would have been
would have messed everything up. Yep.
Oh, could you even imagine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
George Lucas has a conscience.
Yes.
Who knew?
The sheer backlash of people just not liking Jar Jar Binks was huge. He was like, okay, I can't do this. He literally changed course. And I'm glad he did.
It worked out.
Oh, it worked out.
Yeah, it worked out. But man, that is crazy. I did not know that. That is very interesting.
Yeah.
That's gonna mess with me for a minute.
My reaction that you saw is on the lower level. there's other people that were just losing their grits.
Yes.
Seriously.
Mhm. Yeah,
Oh yeah. It was bad.
man. Oh
All
man.
right, so my next one is more of a prediction that this person will be in the same lines of, yeah, I'm just going to go with it because I got some other names in the list. Herschel Walker. Because this,
What are you predicting?
that he's going to be the whole one of the, I sent you the meme. The black delegation does not claim Herschel Walker.
Well, they stopped claiming him a minute ago.
Yeah, that's already
But
happened.
here's the thing. Remember earlier this year when that whole Juneteenth flyer came out?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember who we said was the one that was supporting that?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes,
It
it
was
was him.
It all makes sense now.
Mhm.
It all makes sense. Because his name was behind it. He was like, oh, well, no, bro, you knew. Yes, you did.
Yeah.
You knew. So yeah, that is prediction. Now it's not a bold prediction. It's not a bold prediction,
No,
but
that's
yeah.
safe money.
That's real safe
That's
money.
safe money.
That's hey,
Listen.
that's you betting $100 to make $101. That's how safe of a bet this one is.
Listen,
Yeah.
the black delegation is trading Herschel Walker for a pack of annihilators and a bus pass that we can all share, and we're good with it.
A pack of annihilators.
We're like, we won this one.
I'll take a pack of annihilators and a 40-year-old pair of Chuck Taylors that came off a electrical line by the shoestrings. I'll take that.
Hey.
I'll take that.
And you're up.
Yes, and I'm up.
And you're up.
Man, yeah.
Listen.
Yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
that's a future. He's going to be on this list.
Could you imagine if we actually had the delegations that can make trades every once in a while, like every 5 years, we just make a trade. Y'all can have Herschel. Give us Adele.
Like prison exchange.
Give us Adele.
Hey.
Yeah. Hey, we'll
Come on through.
Give me Kanye. Give us Gary Owens. Yeah.
Hey.
Gary kind of already,
Yeah. Because Gary can go into any black club and hit.
Yes.
Now he might have lost some with his issues with his wife because he's going through a divorce. He's going
through a divorce, but it's from what I've heard and seen, it's more so on her end than his end. From what I've seen, there's a lot of things there's a lot of things he's just not saying because he's just waiting. From what it looks like, it's more so on her end than his.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's sick. I was watching with the other episodes. It was his bit from it was either earlier this year or late last year. Where he says, I'm staying with y'all. I can't date nobody white. He said, I can't do that. And I'm like, what's he talking about? He says, because you know what y'all gonna do? Dang, he left. What? You ain't with us no more. I'm like, yeah, bro, you can't do that. You can't do that now.
Yeah.
All this stuff you've been screaming before, yeah, nah, bro. You with us for good. You ain't going nowhere.
No,
you ain't going nowhere.
You're part of the delegation. And yes, Jamal Harrison Bryant ripped into Herschel Walker.
Listen.
The pastor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I saw this.
Yeah.
And they're sitting there going, I see no lies.
So technically,
I see no lies.
No, he's quite accurate, and I'm glad I'm not in Georgia, right. But I am glad that someone of his stature, especially in that state, and in the nation, said what he said. However, he's taking a huge risk.
He is.
Because technically, a church or a nonprofit can't do that over the pulpit.
They've been doing it for decades.
I'm just telling you, if somebody wants to push that issue, they can actually have their nonprofit status revoked.
They can, but we all know that across this country during election times, there's politicians in pulpits across all of America. And guess what? It's publicized. It's on the news. It's not like we don't know this is happening.
True.
Just by that person being in your church is an endorsement.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And Morris, honestly, not just evangelicals. It's a lot of churches on both sides that do that.
Now, to let a candidate speak, actually is technically not. I'm not trying to jump into a bunch of technical stuff, but it's technically not considered. I'm just telling you what the law says.
I
You can do that.
Yes, I get that.
But if you, as the pastor, say, "Hey, don't vote for this fool,"
but we all know that a politician speaking in the church is that church's endorsement for that person.
Not necessarily, because Bishop Gary would always do his thought. His approach was he'll let anybody come, whether he agreed with him or not.
Okay,
he'll give them equal time. Whoever wants to come, they just had to sit through the entire service.
Can we say the majority then?
Yes. Now there are some that will never have. We'll turn it to me. I'm going down. We all going down.
I got a whole list of names.
Okay,
Kev, you're right. I'll give you that, Kev. But I can probably say strongly that the majority.
I can agree with that.
Falls in that direction. Yes.
Yeah.
But I just hope no one wants to push that issue because they can.
Somebody,
they absolutely can.
May bring it up. I'm sure somebody will.
But again, the ministry of that magnitude, surely they've got lawyers on deck.
Oh, I'm sure.
But Jamal Bryant, he can be a hothead.
He can be.
He can be a hothead. Like he can fire off some stuff, man, and it's articulate, and straight and hard, and no one knew it was coming.
It's strategic, it's purposeful, and it's intentional, and it's laid out perfectly. He knows what he's doing,
and no one on staff even had an idea. Like the people in the booth are like, "Where's the scripture? What? That ain't what he told us.
This ain't in the notes.
This ain't in the notes.
This ain't in the PowerPoint. Where is that?
Right, scrolling.
Did we miss an email? Because this ain't it.
I'm telling you. He just has he's done it. He's done it too many times. Like, that got to me. I got to address this. So oh yeah. I ain't mad at him either. Yeah, he ripped into Herschel.
We'll see what happens this time tomorrow. I mean, this time next week.
I honestly, I keep hearing that the exit poll, he's actually showing up in these polls, man. But
we said the same thing in 2016, bro.
Yeah, but one of the things that there is a lot. They're saying that the number of early voting, especially on the Democratic side, is way up over this time, 2020 and 2016.
Right.
So the thought is that you're having these polls that are tight. However, there may be a blue wave.
Yeah.
And it also
at least enough
on who they're polling, where they're polling,
right,
and what numbers they're actually allowed to be shown by the polls.
Right.
Because all those things are subjective.
Right.
We know this, and it's
right.
Those polls, those are used to sway people on the fence in voting. But as human beings, there's so many people that don't want the person that they vote for to lose, whether they like them or not. They'll say, "Oh, I voted for them." Why are we like this? Because that's just the way we're wired. When I mean we, I mean collective. I'm not talking about myself, but you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Just pray for us.
They know that it's gonna sway people. They know that.
Yeah.
Because I want my vote to count for the
prayers
person that wins. Yeah.
For us here in Arizona, because we got Carrie Lake, who's a former newscaster, who is a Trump acolyte, who has essentially said that if she wins, why do we need the federal government? In other words, there's one of the things that she's kind of
what? That she wants to secede.
Is she running for governor?
She wants to secede from the.
She running for governor?
Yes.
Arizona.
Good luck with that. Yeah, good luck with that.
Oh my!
What was that?
He said there's a lot of state. Yeah, they're poised to strike down affirmative action. That's the other thing. Clarence Thomas is what is diversity? What does that mean?
Oh, he's another one on my list. But anyway, that's a whole nother topic.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah.
Boy, that was a lot of filtering that just happened when you came. There was a whole that filter was like shink.
Yep.
I literally saw the gates coming down.
Every tooth in my mouth was like, nope.
I was expecting to see a trickle of blood coming down the side of your mouth, dude. I literally shink. It was amazing. That was amazing.
You know, as far as seceding from the Union, Texas tends to do that every 2-3.
They talk about it all the time.
They talk about pretty much every presidential election cycle that comes up. No matter who wins, that comes up
always
with Texas. But Arizona, that seems where is that coming from? Because I'm like,
from the brain of Carrie Lake.
Oh my God! Does Arizona even have the economy to support itself like that?
Pray for us here.
Is she related to Ricky Lake? Because that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah,
I'd rather have Ricky Lake than Carrie Lake.
For those of you that don't know who Ricky Lake is, just look it up.
I'd rather have Lake Michigan as my governor than Carrie Lake.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Yeah. So pray for us. It looks like the other senator who's running against I forget his name, Mark, whatever. Blake Masters is going to lose, is what it's looking like. So senators, we should be okay, but the governor race is really interesting.
Kevin said, "I would rather have Lake Minnetonka."
Hey,
Lake
the waters of Lake and everything that comes with it.
It said, "Give me the dead."
If you know, you know. That's all we're gonna say on that. If you know, you know. Hey, Lake Minnetonka, yes, sir. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh what?
Yeah.
Tori's like, what have I gotten myself into today?
This one, I'm lost on this one, so I'm just letting them slide.
Oh man. Who is Kevin's most favorite artist on the planet?
Prince.
That's the only hint I'm gonna give you.
Okay.
If you know, you know.
Okay, I got you.
All right.
I got you.
All right. And we're walking.
And
Lake, Abbott, and DeSantis would be issues. And then if Marjorie Taylor Greene goes back and Lauren Ebert, whatever her name is, goes back. Yeah. So there's some chances. DeSantis is really just trying to make his stepping stone up to the president race next year in 2 years. I think Abbott is going to lose in Texas. I think that Beto's got enough momentum to potentially pull it out.
That would be
huge.
That would be monumental if that happens.
That would be tectonic plate shifting, honestly.
Yeah.
There would be plate shifting if it didn't win, but I don't see that happening.
Yeah. If who didn't win?
Stitt.
Oh yeah. Oklahoma's on lock. I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
On lock, bro.
The only thing that I see that they've been able to do when it comes to Oklahoma's governor is bring up this plan for another governor's mansion.
Right, I saw that.
And that's it. But anybody who's thinking about that knows, well, it doesn't matter if he builds it or not. It's the governor's mansion. He's leaving at some point.
Right.
If it's dilapidated, then we need a better representation. They're really kind of working against themselves, on that one. So,
yeah, you're right, Boris. Yes, and there's still stuff coming out from Uvalde.
Yes,
still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like the teacher that they all tried to blame for saying that she left the door open. She didn't close the door, and that was how that they got in. But the video finally shows that she kicked the rock that was keeping that door open and closed it. It just didn't latch.
Mm.
So this whole time, I mean, she had death threats, and so they rushed to her quickly and blamed her. Now it's finally come out that it wasn't her fault. There were so many other miscues in
How
Minnesota.
I don't know how any victim is ever going to be any victim's fault. That is, to me, that is asinine. I don't care what happened. Short of her saying, "Hey, we're here."
Right.
Baby,
Because
you did the best you could in a situation you could not have possibly been prepared for.
Because
It's the
with
same
the
thing.
investigation, they were taking away. They were trying to take the investigation of the way from their miscues and things that they messed up, and they were trying to blame it on someone. That's
Like
what it
standing
was.
around listening to shots fired and kids dying.
There will always be somebody who blames Toby for not, or Kunta Kinte for not calling himself Toby sooner. I mean, it's that same idea.
It is.
Oh man,
you should have known better.
Right.
Dear God,
it's our fault that we stayed slaves, right?
Yep. All right, Kanye.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now, before we go, because
he didn't even make my list. I wouldn't even put him on my list. I'm tired of talking about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't
make
make mine.
One thing that's interesting, Kanye cannot sell White Lives Matter t-shirts because two black men trademarked the phrase White Lives Matter.
So no one had the sense to trademark White Lives. Which means if they're smart, if they're as smart as I think they are, they also did All Lives Matter.
That's brilliant.
You gonna pay some black folks.
Mean, if Walmart gonna do Juneteenth, hey,
people have caught on. Not everything that we think, everything that is this national, multinational brand has actually been legally obtained by an entity, and they're going after it. It's like, it only costs $1,000 to get this done. Bet.
Damn.
Hey, that's what Pat Riley did with the term three-peat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right after they did it.
Yep.
Ohio State University patented the. Like who? What? How do you lock down THE? It belongs to Ohio State University.
Brilliant. And no other school can do that.
No.
That's why Oklahoma said there's only one Oklahoma. I mean, yeah, it's cool, but they want to do the Oklahoma.
Yeah, you can't. You can't. No school can ever say the anything again.
No school. None.
You got to pay us.
No NFL player that when they say the school they're from, no, they can't do it then either.
I'll fill you in, babe. All right, but we got to get out of here because we are over our time. Just as a heads up, and I didn't let you guys know, but next week, my wife said 10,000. Hey.
Oh, I can get a trademark for it. Anyway, we'll talk.
Yeah, we'll talk. Next week, we will not have Chop It Up because I've got an interview on my other channel that we've got to do. So you'll see us again in 2 weeks. Just as a reminder, if you have not already, I'm going to put it back in the chat here. If you have not already, go over to the new, it's kind of been there, but I'm pushing it now. As far as the new Facebook page for the Chop It Up podcast, going forward, we'll probably do a couple more, both, but going forward, we'll start putting them more on this podcast page, and you can catch us there as well as the community that's being built there. All right. So that's it for this one. We'll see you all next time.
Mentions? We can't throw out any honorable mentions?
Oh, go ahead and throw out an honorable mention. Yeah.
Terry Crews. OJ Simpson.
Oh, I got one that no one gonna like.
And Tiger Woods.
celebrities who will never live down their mistake.
What's that?
Kobe Bryant.
Ooh, that's true.
Ooh. And on
That's
that, we're
true.
gonna let
That-
Bean
that-
continue
that-
on.
Oh, I'm
one
not
with him-
talking about what we're talking about. I'm talking about when he snitched on Shaq.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Because
Dude,
that's the
I
one that was more
mad at him for
damaging.
that.
That was the one that was more damaging.
Then yeah,
Anything
Uh,
like,
else?
I was mad. I said, "It's your fault they broke y'all." I blame Kobe for all that. Rest in peace.
right? Rest in peace.
All right, we're
You
out.
still
We'll
mad,
see y'all
Kobe?
next time. Have a great one.